Hey, what's up everybody? This is Mr. 008 here, and today I have for you a video covering one of the balance changes that was implemented to Bloons Tower Defense 6 in update 37.0. So the MOAB Assassin has been buffed, and it is now pretty strong in the sense that it can pierce through MOAB layers when the ability is used. So if you use the ability and it does like 700 damage and you shoot it at a MOAB or a DDT, even a fortified MOAB, it will just, the ability, when you use it, instead of popping it into ceramics, it'll pop it into nothing, and it'll completely be just destroyed by that one ability use. So that is something that I would like to cover in this video. And there is one more change that was made to the MOAB Assassin, and that change is that the explosion will now be centered on the target balloon. I'm pretty sure if I'm reading the patch notes right. That is what I believe is happening with the tower in this update. So I'm just going to play on Resort and see if I can center a strategy around the MOAB Assassin and possibly use the 5th tier as well, because I would like to showcase it and just show how strong it is. So, if I do get some more like upgrades on my farms, that doesn't mean that I'm like not focused on the MOAB Assassin or anything. I'm just not getting that many upgrades just yet. Let me get that though. I can't show you the ability in this round because I got the tower too late. But what I can do is I can show you the next time a MOAB comes on screen. I will use the ability and we will see what happens. So, right there, I don't know if you could tell, but when I used the ability, the MOAB layer was skipped right over. It just popped the MOAB into nothing. So, I'll use it again here. That's an easier way to tell. So, that MOAB popped into nothing. Skipped past the ceramics, and it would not have done so before this update came out. So I am interested to see how popular this tower becomes because of this change. I'm not sure if it's going to be like a crazy change, but it is definitely something that I am looking forward to seeing more gameplay of and showing some gameplay of. And we will see where it goes and how the meta is affected. Now, normally meta is a term that's used in like multiplayer games like Bloons TV Battles 2, for example, but I like to use it even for single player games just to talk about the possibilities and all of that. Then again, it may affect things in contested territory or something like that as well. And speaking of contested territory, I did watch a video on Super John Bombo's channel recently. Noticed how that BFB popped into nothing as well, but I had to wait until it was damaged substantially in order to do that, so that ceramics would not spawn or MOABs. But yeah, so getting back to what I was saying about that video I watched on Super John Bombo's channel covering contested territory, he said something about, basically about how it's exploitable, how you can, like, it has something to do with activity, like going inactive, and then all of a sudden, when you're matched up against inactive opponents, you just get active again and just, like, take over the entire board, all the tiles on the board, and all of that. I could be misremembering, but I believe that that is what that video was about and what was said in that video. And I'm inclined to agree. I think that if some changes are made, contested territory can be a great mode, but in its current state, it's not looking that way. But we'll see. We will see how it ends up working in the future, should changes be made. But also speaking of contested territory, but in more broad terms, I would really like to see a Bloons Monkey City 2, and I'm wondering if you guys feel the same way. So, yeah, just let me know in the comments down below how you would feel about BMC2 coming out. And in fact, I don't know if I'm going to do this, but I may make a series where I play through BMC1, because I definitely enjoyed that game a lot, and I would just really like for there to be a sequel that is more based off of BTD6, has tier 5 towers, a stronger, or like, not stronger, but like more well-built, contested territory game mode, something like that. And yeah, I would definitely like to see something like that. So let me know your thoughts on that, because BMC is definitely one of my favorite games of all time, and I would love playing a sequel that much more. So yeah, I'm thinking of going to around round 100 in this video, maybe a little farther, I don't know, but yeah, I definitely would like to keep going as far as I can, but not drag out the video too long, so we will see how far we end up going. So we can make rounds like 75, which has double BFBs at the end, and what I mean by that are, or is rather, that there are 2 BFBs like layered on top of each other with virtually 0 spacing, and that occurs twice at the end of round 75, so it makes it a heavy RB round that's hard to beat sometimes, but it is definitely something that you can make that much easier by using MOAB Assassins. Just wait until the BFBs, the BFB layers, that is, are like substantially damaged, and then just use the ability once if you want to get it down to 1 BFB with no MOABs, no ceramics inside. Or you can use 2 abilities and pop both BFBs that are like stacked on top of each other pretty easily like that. So I'm going to get a MOAB Eliminator now, and we are going to see how strong this tower is right here. And that's a massive range right there. In fact, I'm thinking of getting it more like around here. So I'm going to sell this and get it right there. And I'll get another 4th tier right here. And there we go. And let's see if we can use one of these. And we skipped to MOABs, but that wasn't really that impressive. But let's see if we can skip all the way through the ZOMG with the 5th tier ability right there. There we go. So I'm honestly liking this change, because MOAB Assassin was one of my favorite towers, even though it wasn't super duper impressive. It was still one of my favorite towers back in the days of Bloons Tower 5, and I just liked it. There's no other way to say it. I just liked using it. It was just fun. But I'm definitely glad that the BTD6 version of this tower and the 5th tier counterpart are being shown some love in this sense in this update. And I am eager to see if it makes the tower strong enough that I actually would like to incorporate it into more of my strategies. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like using it, but it's not like crazy strong. And I tend to focus more nowadays on using the strongest towers than I do on just using certain towers for fun. But now that we can delete ZOMGs with the 5th tier in a single shot, I'm thinking that it's definitely something I'd like to try. And yeah, it's just a tower that I really enjoy, and I want to see where it takes the game next. So we'll play a little bit further, at least around 100. I'm not sure if I want to take this even farther, like around 119 or something like that, but it is just looking good right now. So I'm also going to get the bomb blitz right here. I got it separate from the recursive clusters because the middle cross path is better, because when you go from 1 damage to 5, the attack speed is more helpful than just going from 2 damage to 6, because it's a flat increase of plus 4 damage. It's not 5 times damage when you get the bomb blitz. So that is why I prefer the cross path that I got. But yeah, I definitely am liking the change so far. And DDTs are no issue, and that is because we have Striker Jones for black popping power. And also, even if we didn't have Striker Jones, as long as we have that bottom cross path, you can pop black balloons no problem. Just get the frag bombs. And even if it weren't for that, I would still get frag bombs because of the extra range. Whereas the extra pierce and +1 damage on a tower that's meant to pop MOAB class balloons and already does a lot of damage, as is 2 MOAB class balloons every shot. I'm thinking that the top cross path isn't really effective for the middle path bomb shooter as things are, so I would go frag bombs anyway, even if it did not give black popping power. But here we are around 96, and we're looking pretty strong. No issues here. And let me see if I can delete a fortified ZOMG right there. Mistimed it, but that's okay. We will have another shot on round 102, I believe. But yeah, so here's round 98 being virtually trivialized by the army of MOAB Assassins and the Eliminator, plus the recursive clusters and the bomb blitz there. So let's use a couple of these just to delete those DDTs, and we will use a couple of these as well. And there we go there. And I'll see if I can skip through there. We did not skip through the ZOMGs, but we did skip through the DDTs. And look at this cool Insta-Monkey screen. I like this. It's more like, it has that blue like hue in the background, so that's pretty cool. 220 Super Monkey right there. Not bad. So let's see if we can delete a fortified ZOMG right here and use these abilities properly. It is targeting the DDTs, which makes sense because DDTs are coded as stronger than ZOMGs, but once we pop all of them, 1 to go, we will delete that fortified ZOMG right there. Nice. And delete 1 more right there. There were 2 layered on top of each other there, which is why there was still a fortified ZOMG after all of that. But yeah, I like this tower. I feel like it may be, I don't know if I want to say it's overpowered. I'm kind of reluctant to just label something as overpowered, but I think it's a cool, fun change, regardless of whether it's too strong or barely does anything. It's just fun to use this change and experience it for what it is. So I am happy that Ninja Kiwi put this into the game. Plus, it can make a relatively unpopular tower more popular. So yeah, I would say that that is good. And
Great work,
let's just keep getting a few more of these 4 tiers right here. 4 more right there. There's a couple of these on DTs, and there are some that are getting close to the end there. And I don't know if we'll be fine.
Got it on the
not,
first try.
but unfortunately it wasn't using the abilities when I was tapping them, at least sometimes. But I think that we are going to be fine. And speaking of bomb shooters, since they're the theme of this video, I can get a Bloon Crush in order to prevent the DDTs from causing me to get close to losing in the future. So round 107, no big deal, and we are able to stun and stall the balloons right here.
Great work, team!
With ease, and just get some more of these, and more of these, and I'm trying to make sure they're all in range of the village so that we get the range, attack speed, and most importantly, the ability cooldown buffs.
Got it on the first try!
So, I don't know if we can get one right there or not. In range of, yes we can. And one more right there. Alright, round 109. I'm going to play until round 119, and now I'm going to call it for today. Because I feel like I have already shown the change that was applied this update and what it does. But yeah, I just like to play around with it, have some fun, and I hope you guys are having as much fun watching this as I am recording it. So, we also have Striker Jones's artillery command ability to reset ability cooldowns if need be, and that will be something that is pretty effective. So, I'm just going to put one there. It's not in range of the village, but I just want to have 20 MOAB Assassins. It's just more satisfying than having only 19 of them. And yeah, we can just use all those abilities, just spam them all onto the bad balloons on round 119 and see how that goes for us. And even if we do not pop all 3 bad balloons with the abilities alone, we should still be pretty fine, because we're pretty much fine. And that is because of how fast the 5th tier ability cooldown comes back. So, something else I'm going to do just for fun is get this right here, Primary Expertise Village, for even more range, even more pierce, and even faster ability cooldowns. So here we are on round 116, the 4th to last round in today's video. I will turn off auto start since we are nearing the end. And the fortified ZOMGs are going down pretty rapidly. So that is nice to see. And DDTs are no longer an issue with the Bloon Crush right there. Granted, that was not as many DDTs as we had the last time we had to deal with a big rush. I think that was round 106.
Got it on the first try.
And here's round 118, big Bloon level. But here we are in round 119 now, so let's just spam all these abilities right there. And we do take out the first bad with all of those abilities. And we can just keep using those right there. Spam these. And there we go. So that was fun. And especially on round 119 right there with the spamming, going all out with the abilities on those bad balloons. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video, you guys. Thank you all for watching. And leave a like if you have enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more interesting content. And don't forget to let me know your thoughts on this balance change in the comments down below. And I will talk to you all again in the next video. Peace out.